All right, James. We always do the roll calls over here when we have guests. Is it cool if we go ahead and mention a couple of names and then you kind of tell some stories about them?
Yeah.
Only thing I ask John is I know a lot of people want to hear the buncheries and the lips and
You ain't gonna
hairline,
ask me shit about lip.
but all of those different names that we have heard and we know around Death Row, man, as I tell y'all, there's other part rules, and we'll do a blue side one day with James on the next interview or whatever. But I just want to go over some of the guys that not mob. I'll just throw off some different power rule names and let James just speak off the top. I swear I don't even know who I'm gonna call out yet, and James don't either. But y'all can believe what y'all want. And so the first one, I want to go with Bruiser, James. I heard something recently about him, and I want you to speak on that.
I just heard, I think Wednesday or Tuesday, Bruiser just passed away in the penitentiary. I don't have no details. They just told me Kick Fight posted it on Facebook. But Bruiser was one of those guys in the hood that didn't give a fuck, did his own thing, did his thing his way. Now, uh, you know, I see the homies for what they are, uh, regardless of how they got down. We all different, but definitely 100.
How long Bruiser been down? You know?
Bruiser been in jail now, I think, at least 12 or a little longer, because Bruiser been gone for a minute this time. But all his life, back and forth to
Back,
jail.
yeah, fish out of water, what we used to call him.
Back and forth.
Okay, that's some good information on Bruiser. Rest in peace, Bruiser. If we get any updates on it, I just like to know if you can just tell, because they always ask me this question and I don't know. Did he claim East Side, looters, or mob?
I'm gonna say he was looters. I'm gonna say he was the mob. See, a lot of people don't understand. All of us that went to jail at once upon a time, it was MOB 100. But at the end of the day, we represented Looters Park.
Okay.
It was all Looters Park. I don't give a fuck if you was from the mob or not. It was all Looters Park. Okay. And, a lot of homies, go to prison in MOB, but it was Looters. It was LPP all goddamn day. And when I went to prison, I represented straight 100, but I was Mob James.
Gotcha.
Straight mob.
Okay. You always talk about this dude. I know you and him are real tight, and so if he don't like his name being mentioned on social media, I'll just say, okay, next person. But
What the hell is he?
Heron, brother.
Oh, Juicy Pussy? Solid 100.
Say his name again.
I call him Juicy Pussy.
Well, tell him who it is. JP.
Jesse Palmer.
Well, JP.
Jesse is my motherfucking nigga. He was JP. A lot of people look at JP today and say, oh, he ain't with shit. He was worse than Heron. He was doing shit. Heron was in prison. JP was in prison. JP was in prison on the street. JP was with the business. JP did his thing. He was one of those cats that changed his ways, got tired of going to prison. And, these newer cats don't know him for being JP. It's like, bam, see, Lil Ace, Big Ace, these all cats that we fuck with back in the days, real riders. Lil Ace, rest in peace. That was for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was for real, that believed in this shit that we doing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of cats don't know the history of what that shit brought to us.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. The next person I'd like to go to, well, this is somebody that's dear to my heart. He was kind of close to the family. Lil Manny.
Buck? Manny, very unpredictable. Manny was he was one of my little niggas. It's sad me and him ain't talked since 2002. But farthest being from the hood, I can honestly say Manny is definitely one that can rep the, I got clout, I got enough juice here to speak on the hood.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. There's somebody that get mentions a lot, and we never talk about him or never go into him. And there's somebody who was from the neighborhood that was my second favorite athlete after this guy named Glenn Christmas, Big Al. Big Al, my
Solid.
guy. But the guy that used to go against me in playing was a guy by the name that you always mention, Kenny.
Tubbs?
No. We're going to talk about Kenny
Showboat.
Tubbs. Showboat.
Yeah.
Tell us about Showboat.
Showboat came from the, I think he was in the Marines.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we were on we was on the block doing our thing, right? And I knew his mother.
Yeah, we all did.
And hanging at Master Ron house, when Showboat come on the block, straight trying to witch call him. So when me and Showboat hooked up, I pulled a 25 pistol on him and told him, you better get off the fucking block.
You know he lived right down the street?
Right down the street. When he said Womack, I knew who
Kenny Womack.
he was. And then
Miss Womack, because you know Miss Womack.
I mean,
and his brother.
beating him across the street.
Yeah.
And Master Ron was like, no, nigga, that's Showboat. And I
Because he was an
like,
athlete then.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. And me and Showboat became 100 tight.
Okay.
I'm talking about every day, hanging.
Yeah.
So Showboat, my nigga, rest in peace.
Yeah, Showboat was
A lot of memories with him. Showboat was one of the cats that started out with Budweiser Superfest, doing that with
Al
Suge.
Heyman and Big West days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he picked this motherfucker up from all the way at the top and brung him all the way down to the stage. I'm talking about he all the way up on the roads up there and had this motherfucker on his shoulder and brung him all the way down.
Kenny was an athlete and strong.
He was something else, man.
Big motherfucker, though.
Yeah.
He got big on us. Kenny was one of those like me, was small growing up, but as he got older, he started picking up a lot of weight.
Right.
And but he was strong.
And when he passed away, man, he was in a goddamn Datsun B210, big as he was. And
his mama had left him all the houses because you remember they had like group homes or something.
No, she was still alive.
She was still alive when he passed?
He was running everything.
But he was running everything.
Yeah.
I remember he was in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the house on Orchard.
Then he had one over in Hollywood or
He had one in
Orlando.
Corner Pocket. She had homes all over the place. Still got them.
This woman.
And you know, it's just unfortunate how he passed away, man. I was so fucked up when he passed away. Yeah. That was like every day when he moved to Yorba Linda, we stayed. I mean, that was our spot every day. Okay. And when they called me and told me Boat cracked his neck in that little ass car, it was crazy, but definitely my buddy.
Another one that I know in your bad days or your game making days, what I'll say, that you were real tight with, and I ain't gonna say why, but you mentioned him that I know was a G that was quiet. Matter of fact, his sister was my first girlfriend, Tony, with Master Ron.
Master Ron, I got so many goddamn stories about me and Master Ron. I ain't gonna even say 100, 146, 150.
Yeah, Master Ron. And I didn't know he was like that.
Man, everybody that went to the meetings knew Master Ron. Master Ron, the Crips broke his arm.
Oh, okay.
And he went to school with a broken arm and a big ass radio. And he put that radio down and got whooping niggas' ass. Master Ron, me and him done did. I done been around him. That dude crazy. That dude. But I'm talking about solid for real. I'm talking about you. If you say you got partners, Master Ron, Showboat, Manny, and Kenny Tubbs would be my top.
I know your top. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not mentioning, Big Al. I got so many.
Big Al.
Yeah. Through the course.
Oh, your boy Lee Ford.
Oh, Lee Ford is man.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna talk about Lee right now. He get mad. We're gonna talk about a person that lived next door Master Ron. That I always have. I tapped at him earlier in the episode.
Vic.
No, I ain't gonna go with them. I was gonna go with Kdub. They was
Okay.
like they right to the
Yeah.
left. Let's tell us a story about Kdub because I put Kdub off like he because he be repping the Death Row stuff and he real tight with Snoop and always put him out as just a weed connect or have good weed on him all the time. Kdub was more than a weed guy, y'all.
That little dude.
Kdub.
And this is a true story. I used to look at Kev and just be like, he ain't for this shit until certain individuals thought they was finna take something from him. And he was a pistol packing little motherfucker. He made his money. He did his little shit.
He's independent. That's what I always liked about him.
Yeah, did his own thing. And that's one of the reasons could nobody tell him to do shit or force him to
That's
do
why he
shit.
left Suge, to be honest.
Yeah. He
It's funny. Suge,
I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, but that's why he left Suge.
I know why he did.
And Suge tries to put him on me and said one of Red's homeboys blocked me in, and that's why I couldn't get away from Tupac. And he talking about Kdub. You know, Kdub #1 probably should have been there because if that was true, he would have got down more than any right way protective services security guards other than Reggie Wright.
Right.
Well, but he would have got probably more than Reggie Wright, to be
those
honest.
dudes can't speak bad on Kevin.
Man, Kdub was.
Kdub was.
I wish he was in that position.
He was with it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he's still alive doing his thing. And
he still look good too.
Yeah, he's still. And this is the Kevin Woods. He always had his own shit. He did his own shit, and he's still doing it. So some motherfuckers only last for so long. He's still doing his thing. So, man, more power to him.
Yeah, and then last but not least, I know we went a little longer. Who we gonna do the big finale on? I got to give somebody I love, huh? Lip Dog. No, I'm being funny. John, who's a big one that we always talk about? You can think of. Let's talk about NeckBone. We don't give NeckBone enough love.
NeckBone too. NeckBone is right there with Buntry and George and Juju.
Yeah, Juju.
Shady Grady. Shady Grady. Those guys didn't give a fuck about fighting. NeckBone didn't give a fuck about fighting. NeckBone, the nigga was hitting hard in football.
Strong.
And they said NeckBone and Buntry was the two hardest hitting swinging motherfuckers up at the swap meet fighting. Okay. And they said them son of a bitches was swinging. You heard, woof, woof, every blow they was throwing them motherfuckers. So, I mean, NeckBone is one of those guys that if we had a shot caller, he would have been one.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I never heard NeckBone talk.
I'm gonna tell you
that.
who would have been our shot callers: Lee Ford.
Yeah.
NeckBone.
Didn't know that.
Shady Grady.
Okay.
Juju.
CJ got the hood down out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ kept going to jail too.
Yeah.
But CJ been there. Bojangles now.
Yeah,
all of those guys would have been what I call
the Owens. That's the Owens family, yeah.
Would have been called the shot callers, not a Mob James. Yeah. Mob James was just a motherfucker in the hood that believed in what he was doing. I never looked at it like that. I never bragged about what I was doing or how many motherfuckers I was getting at in a week. You know what I'm saying? I was just a little homie, a homie that, man, this is my job. I believed in that shit. Not a shot caller by far.
All right. My first piece.